The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Q101 Morning Crew. Sports.
Well, a super exciting night, especially being May. You know, there's baseball games on and stuff. But last night, the Chicago Bears and the NFL dropped the schedules of all the teams. And wow, this Chicago Bears schedule, as we verified yesterday in sports, is the third easiest schedule in the NFL, setting the Bears up to win for the first time in a minute after, of course, getting the number one overall pick. The best quarterback in college, Caleb Williams, is here, and I love him. I was very skeptical on him for the last year, seeing him play in college, seeing him play live at the Notre Dame game last year. But now I'm all in. I love this guy, and I'm ready to go. We also made some incredible draft picks and some moves. I'm feeling it, and I have the schedule. I've done my analysis overnight. I stayed up all night to give you the win total that I think is going to happen. So let's go through the Chicago Bears schedule right now. We can all do it together. We have a lot of things planned for you this Bears season coming up behind the scenes for you, the listener. And I also want to put a reminder out before we get there, before I forget. The NFL ticket $100 off deal ends today.
That's right.
Ends today. So it's expensive, but I know my people out there, you got to get an NFL ticket. It's, you know, you got to treat yourself to some things. Why do we go to work every day?
Why is that?
So we can eat, pay rent, and get the NFL ticket.
Oh, my God. I want that tattooed. Wise words.
On your forehead?
And just heed Brian's words here. Save $100 today. Put a reminder on your phone. Don't forget to do this, because if September rolls around and you're like, oh, now I got to pay for this thing, it's going to be way more expensive.
Yes, $100 more.
$100 more plus tax.
Plus tax they're doing. They're taxing me on NFL ticket. It's terrible. Let's go through the Bears schedule. What fun we're going to have this fall. Opens up versus the Tennessee Titans. Team kind of in disarray, so I'm giving the Bears a win on that one. We'll start off with a win. Week 2, September 15th, the Bears are at the Houston Texans, a team really on the come-up. Boy, they've got their stuff together, and even got some good draft pick situation going on. I think the Bears will lose that one, so I think they'll start off 500 there 2 weeks in. So Week 3, September 22nd, at the Indianapolis Colts down the road. Also a team in a little bit of disarray. I will take, the quarterback that they drafted last year got injured in game 2, I believe.
Yeah, but he was really good when he was healthy.
He's really good. He's like a bodybuilder-looking guy.
Yeah.
He can throw a football and hit the dome of a stadium.
That's cool.
Inside in Lucas
That's
Oil
just a
Field.
cool thing to do.
If he just did that the rest of his life, he'd be fine.
Oh, my God. He'd be a Harlem Globetrotter.
But because we don't know what he is in the NFL yet, it's kind of like his rookie season this season. I'm giving the Bears a W on that. Their defense, by the way, the Bears' defense looked really good the second half of the year. September 29th, Week 4, the Los Angeles Rams come to Soldier Field. I'm giving the Bears a victory on that one. Yeah, they won a Super Bowl very recently, but then they really fell apart. And to your point, Case, earlier, Aaron Donald retired, one of the greatest NFL players of all time on defense. I'm giving them a win. Week 5, I don't even know if I need to mention this one. October 6th, that is against the Carolina Panthers. That's a win. And I know some people with church leagues out there, a nice team, you got a nice quarterback and maybe a tight end on your church league. You could probably beat the Panthers at this point. October 13th, this is the exciting one, in London versus the Jacksonville Jaguars. I've seen a game in London at Wembley Stadium. No, I'm not flexing there, I promise.
It sounds like it.
It was to basically continue dating my wife at the time.
Your wife, Amy?
My wife, Megan.
Okay.
Who said, quote, if you don't get a passport, get used to me going away with friends without you. we're only like 5 months into dating, and I ran to the post office, and I went, how do you get a passport? How could I get a passport? I don't understand passports. What do you do? How do you get one? Got a passport, went to the game. Megan found some cheap flights, got some tickets for free, and saw the Jags play the Philadelphia Eagles, her team at the time. It was amazing. This game with the Bears is going to be at Tottenham Stadium, a brand new stadium. Soccer fans know about it if you're all into it, and this is going to be incredible. October 13th. I'm giving the Bears a loss on that because they are a young team with new players that aren't used to the time travel change, and also the Jacksonville Jaguars are basically London's home team. They play every time they play overseas in England. They love that team.
They have the same owner. So where they're playing at Tottenham, that's where Fulham plays for the Premier League. Shad Khan is the owner of them and the Jaguars, and then his son Tony Khan runs All Elite Wrestling. Very important family in my life.
Didn't know there was a wrestling connection in there.
There always is. There's always a wrestling connection, Brian.
With you. So I take a loss on that one for the Bears. Week 7, they get a week off, which is nice coming back after London. And then week 8, October 27th, against the Washington Commanders. Give that a W for the Bears. Take them out. Got it. Same with the Cardinals the week after that, November 3rd at the Cardinals. Nice little road trip there, but still, they're going to take that one. Week 10 against the Patriots. I'm giving them a win against that. Patriots in disarray, especially after that roast. The Tom Brady roast. Oh, they're in trouble. Week 11, November 17th, the Green Bay Packers at Soldier Field. Thank God we don't play them early. I'm glad they'll be settled in and after a bye week situation, and part of that. I'm taking my guy Caleb Williams over Jordan Love. No more ownership by those people up north, that team up north of Soldier Field. Forget it. The Bears will end it. Over. Done. Bears win that game against the Packers. Sorry, I got a little excited.
I know.
Week 12, they're going to ride off that and take the Vikings out. And then week 13 is Thanksgiving, November 28th, at the Detroit Lions. Detroit Lions, I'm really scared of Dan Campbell. That man scares me.
He terrifies me.
Like my dad. So that's a Thanksgiving game. It'll be fun, but the Lions will win that game. December 8th, the Niners. Let's see, that's a tough one for the Bears, and they have to travel for that too. That's a loss as well. Then you've got December 16th, the Vikings. Let's give us a win on the Vikings. They're a mess. They lost Kirk Cousins. He goes to Atlanta and then finds out $180 million doesn't mean anything because we just drafted a new quarterback.
$180 million doesn't mean anything. What a scary sentence, but you're so right.
Kirk Cousins, by the time he's done playing, will have made $500 million and never won crap.
Wow.
Never
That's a good
won.
life. Hey, good for him.
Yeah, it doesn't mean anything if you don't have a ring, though.
He's got LASIK, though.
Do we need to explain that?
I think we have before, but real quick, go ahead and explain it.
Case is dying for LASIK surgery.
If you run a LASIK company, talk to me. I want LASIK so bad.
And we had a chance to get Case some LASIK through something we call an endorsement here, where a company will take care of his LASIK and he talks good about the company because they do a great job on his eyes. We started running a commercial for Kirk Cousins, who got LASIK surgery. And I made the reference point that Kirk Cousins stole Case's LASIK surgery, and Kirk Cousins has $500 million and never won a game.
I got upset about it, and then Brian looked at me in my soul, dead into my eyes, and said, well, let's be honest. Who's selling more LASIK, you or Kirk Cousins?
Kirk Cousins, of course.
Just shoot me next time, Brian.
So they'll take the Vikings down again. We go to the Lions again on December 22nd, right before Christmas. I think our new young Chicago Bears will go on the Michigan Avenue and get dazzled by the lights and the shopping, and they'll lose that game because they'll be unfocused. They're a young team. Day after Christmas, though, Seattle Seahawks, I think they'll get it together. That's going to be on Prime, Amazon Prime Video. Case's mom will give you her password for that if you don't have Amazon Prime.
That's right. I have my mom's password. I will give you the password. We can all use the Lowe family Amazon account, watch it as one big group. In fact, come on over to my apartment. We'll do a viewing party in my one bedroom.
But please delete that password from your account after the game because we don't want his mom getting in trouble.
It's the honor system.
That's right.
Use my mom's password and then delete it.
Bears win that one, and they finish the season Week 18, January 5th against the Packers at Lambeau Field. I don't think this team is ready to win at Lambeau Field, but they're definitely going to beat the Packers at Soldier Field. That makes your Chicago Bears 10-7.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie on Q101. We're going to play a fun little game before we get out of here. So check it out here. I need you to pause, possibly write things down if you're in a situation to do that. But you don't have to be. If you're in your car, stuck in your car, this might kill a few minutes for you. Think on this. I'm going to play some audio, and there are 8 singers in this audio. Now, this is from the guy who does those YouTube videos, There I Ruined It guy. You might have seen his videos in the past. Really, really funny dude. So there's 8 big lead singers and just artists, singers in this, and it sounds like they're falling down the stairs with actual audio from the songs they've sung. Okay? Does that make sense?
Yeah, I haven't heard this yet, so I'm gonna guess.
Okay. And hold on, you're not gonna guess one at a time.
No, I'm gonna guess at the very end.
I want the listeners to do it, then we'll play another song, and then we'll come back, and if you want to call us, see how many you got by texting us in 312-591-8300. Here is the audio, and let's go. Who's that?
Whoa!
Who's that?
Oh, went down, I fell. Lord have mercy.
Okay, so there's 8 in there. And there's 8 in there. So text in how many you got or who you think the order of them is. Who you got in there, basically. Tell me who you got. Falling down the stairs, singers falling down the stairs. And when we come back after Kate Bush, I'll play it again. I'm curious if anybody got, there's 8. If anybody got more than half of them, I'd be impressed.
I only have 6.
Oh, you did? Oh, that's okay.
Oh,
That's
my
pretty
God.
good. It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. Text in right now, 312-591-8300.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
Brian and Kenzie in the morning. And Chicago's alternative all day.
Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. This is a fun little game here. So we played some audio that came from the guy, the I Ruined It guy on YouTube. And it's singers falling downstairs, basically using their voice from songs and editing it together and make it sound like they're falling down the stairs. So let's go through it. Case wants to see how many he got, and then I'll let you know who won on the text line because whoever got the most. We're going through them right now trying to tally it up. So here we go, Case. Number 1. Who's that?
I feel confident that one's Michael Jackson.
That is indeed Michael Jackson.
I think everybody on the text line got that one right.
Yeah, no one got that one wrong. Let's do this one. Who's that?
Is that James Brown?
No. A lot of people checked in and said, is that James Brown? That's David Lee Roth.
Oh, because the first one sounds like the start of "Ooh, I feel good."
Yeah. Yeah. So that's the David Lee Roth right there. You can get right there pretty much. Okay, a lot of people got that one wrong.
I like the crashing plate in the background.
Let's see here. So you're already 1 for 1.
I'm 1 for 2.
I've only done...
You've done 2. You did Michael
1
Jackson.
for 2.
Yeah.
My bad. Got it.
That's okay.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, went down. I fell.
So you got that one, right?
That was Johnny Cash.
Johnny Cash. Good job. Let's see here. Next one.
Lord have mercy.
Who do you think that is?
It's not Danzig, it's Elvis.
That is indeed Elvis. A lot of people were confused on that one a little bit. This is the one that got pretty much everybody. Who do you think that is?
Is that Shania Twain?
No, not Shania Twain. A lot of people guessed Mariah Carey. That's Whitney Houston.
Oh.
Yeah.
Oh, she died the day before my birthday. I always think about that, February 11th.
Well, thanks for bringing this fun bit down. I mean, Elvis is dead too, and Johnny Cash is dead.
Yeah, but they didn't die in February.
No, they
it's
didn't.
different.
Michael Jackson's dead, sadly. A couple of them are dead here. God. All right, here we go.
Do you think we can power through?
I'm going to muster it up here.
Thank you. I know the death of Whitney Houston really affected you.
These are songs mixed together to make these artists, these singers, falling downstairs. Keep guessing. Who's this?
Oh, yeah, I'm falling.
That's Tom Petty.
That is indeed Tom Petty. There we go. A couple more left.
That's the best one. That's the best one there is. That's James Hetfield.
That's, of course, James Hetfield from California. And one more. Here we go. Okay, who's that?
This is the hardest one.
Is
I
it?
have no idea who this is. Is it Bob Dylan?
It's not Bob Dylan. A lot of people, or I should say, got 6 to 7. You got 6 right, I guess.
I got 6.
That's pretty good. That is Steven Tyler of Aerosmith.
I would have never got that.
It's sneaky because it doesn't, Now,
It sounds like he fell down, he fell off a building. Not that he fell downstairs.
he fell off a stage. I remember one time there was a video went viral with him a couple of years ago.
I
falling
gotta
off.
check that out.
So I see Evan that got 7 in 630. He got all of them except for
Whitney Houston.
Whitney Houston. I don't unless I'm
No, he got them all.
apologize.
I'm looking at them right now. Evan and Downers Grove had 7 right.
Yeah, that's pretty damn good.
Wow.
Pretty good. That's a fun little game we played. So there you go. Thanks for playing, everybody.
I hope it made your day better.
Well, until you mentioned, Whitney Houston.
Her untimely tragic death.
God. I had this nice vibe going. All right, now text in 312-591-8300 for the most memorable moments of today's show. Your takeaway from today's show with Brian and Kenzie on Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.
It's Brian and Kenzie on Q101. And I hope Kenzie gets back in tomorrow. She got sick, and that's what happens when you get a baby. The baby gets sick, you get sick, and it sucks.
Please send Kenzie some warm wishes.
Yes.
Tell her you feel better. Tell her you missed her. And
Yeah.
hopefully we see her tomorrow.
On Friday, especially. She loves Fridays.
She does.
All right, so Lauren's coming in to take you through this glorious-looking Thursday. But first, takeaways from today's show, Brian and Kenzie on Q101, 312-591-8300. And let's read a couple each case. Go ahead.
Trucker Mike texted in, takeaway, why do we go to work? To buy food, to pay bills, and to get NFL Sunday ticket.
That's right. That's the only reason we work.
Wise words from a wise man.
Why work otherwise?
Oh, yeah, amen, brother.
Live in a box under Lakeshore Drive.
What's the point of anything? If you can't watch every out-of-market NFL game, what's the point?
Oh, Lord.
Also, Stephen Midlothian checked in. Brian is going to succeed from the United States with his baby Harper and his wife Amy.
I'm in trouble when I get
Guys,
home.
shoot, but you're the one that mentioned it.
Listen, things happen here. We talk for 20 hours a week. Sometimes I forget my wife's name. It just happens. All right. More takeaways here. 312-591-8300. She's wife in my phone, by the way. It's not Megan. It's
What, Amy?
No, my wife is wife. That's how I label her.
Oh, because she's your property? She has a name, Brian.
I know, but why would I put Megan there? I put wife.
My girlfriend's name is Mackenzie. She's just Mackenzie in my phone. No last name, no kissy emoji, no girlfriend. We're all business here.
Final question. Maybe that's a poll later on while we get out of here at 10, at 10 is what's your wife in your phone?
But you're also weird because in your phone, your mom's name is Mommy.
It is. That's correct. Another takeaway from the show. Let's see here. Chef Sean, takeaway from today's show. You can use Case's mom, but only on the honor system. Oh, crap. And let's get one more in here. Let's see here. Dave, takeaway from Dave today. If you can hit a baseball, you can hit a swan.
Oh, man, can you?
Don't take that in context. That's why you got to go to the podcast. That's wrong context there. Go to the podcast and what's on in today's case.
That swan story and more we all learned from the Midlothian Neighborhood Watch neighborhood drama. You can catch up on that on the Brian and Kenzie podcast. Tiffany Hinyard, we have a huge update on the mayor of Dalton and how she continues to win at life. And this morning started with Brian wanting to see your little pecker.
Huh. Yeah.
His words, not mine.
You miss a moment, miss a lot. That's why you go to the Brian and Kenzie podcast, Q101.com, Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. It's waiting for you.
The Brian and Kenzie Show.
On Q101.